person was flushed away. SC plus, sorry. Yes. The person was flushed away.
Yes.
Why? It has many antitoxic substances. When you take toxin, it will fight against the toxin, like mercury toxin, lead toxin. You know those people used to spray glasses. They spray glasses with that chemical. You know when they inhale it, there was one I inhaled, his stomach was pain, almost was crying because he inhaled it. He inhaled it too much. Because that chemical was a different type of drug. I don't know where he got it from. SC plus flavor. After 2 days, first, you know, you dissolve it in water now, you drink. When you drank the first one, you bench. No bench. The second day you took it, the pain disappeared. Not the magic. I know why it was separated. If you put in aloe vera, you can get the raw one and dissolve it and drink it. If you cannot go to the toilet before you run to the toilet. Aloe vera is inside. I don't mention it. So don't miscribe. Stop anything that have to do with your stomach. Colon, small intestine. Not even that. Let me tell you, somebody that has liver problem. Somebody that has what? Liver problem. Give what? Exercise. You know why? Liver is part of the digestive system. Yes. The liver plays part of digestion. Your digestion cannot be completed if the liver is not involved. Are you getting it? So that role affects the liver. So SC plus we have. On the final note, SIC, Superlife Immune Care. It has all the vitamins you can think about. Vitamin B, B1, B2, B6, B9, B4, B12. Like B1, thiamine, B2, riboflavin, B3, biotin, B4, adenine, B5, pantothenic acid, B6, pyridoxine, B7, vitamin BH, B8, V9, folic acid, B12, cobalamin, V11. It has all the vitamins. All the vitamins are antioxidant on their own, and they are blood-producing substances. Are you getting it? So people they get blood shortage problem, weakness, unnecessary no way for all. Their treatment is what? SIC. So that other people can still teach you. Let me stage. Put your hands on the
value for our time, isn't it? They have applause for him again. Thank you so much. So, with all those information you have now, with all those information, I believe you can go out and do exploit. Tell your friends, go out and do exploit. I'm telling you, that information is powerful. It's powerful. So some of us that are always been capitalizing on S30 alone. We have wonderful products in Superlife. All the products in Superlife, they have in testimony. Somebody was telling me last week, one of my members, I said, if we are still having seminar, that I will have come and share. SNC, that guy, he has grown smart. You know, after I applied SNC and S30, I'm telling you, he said the result was awesome. It was what? Awesome. That SIC, I don't joke with it. Me, I have it at home. My children, they take it malaria, anything in Muslim school, they don't know anything they come. Even if measles, there's one day one of my boys came and he asked something like measles. I say, I tell him, my mom was saying, he was saying what I said, don't worry, calm down. Everyone say, calm down. When you have Superlife product, there is no tension. I'm telling you, I just say, don't worry. Following morning, they just took the SIC. After like 2 days, it disappeared. As in then, no more tension. Tell your friend, no more tension. With Superlife products. A round of applause for Superlife. So, that's what I'm saying. before we go to the next stage, I want to bring somebody into the podium for within 10-15 minutes. We just want to motivate us. You know, we need to be motivated so that we can go there and do exploits. So join the hands with me as I bring to the podium legend Mr. Isaac Obi. A round of applause for him as he comes forward. Come, sir. Round of applause, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Our honorable chairman and directors, good afternoon. That man that just left, Dr. Schultz, that man is so phenomenal. Do you agree with me? Yes. So phenomenal. That man is a tsunami. As in, he is rhapsodic, he is exceptional, he is loaded. I was wondering where did Superlife get him from? But not to wonder so much, there is too much potential in Superlife that you just cannot fathom. We all know that, right? Yes. Right, fantastically. All right, for those that probably have just been here for the first time today, might be wondering that is it that this meeting is for a group of pharmacists or pharmacologists, because they've been hearing a lot of things that has to do with health and probably medicine, so to speak. The point is that we know that in every platform like Superlife, a business platform like Superlife, we know that about 80% of the people that subscribe to platforms like this, about 80% are there for business purpose to make money, isn't it? Yes. Am I right? Yes. All right. So 80% are just there. If you start asking one after the other, why did you join Superlife? Health or wealth? As in money or product? A lot of people will tell you that I'm here to make money. But the point is that a lot of people want to make money, but they don't know how to make money. Now, to make money most of the times, more often than not, is a function of problem solving. Did you get that? Yes. It's a product of what? Problem solving. So that the amount of problems you are capable of solving most of the times determine the amount of money you are capable of making. If you solve small problems, you will make small money. And you'll be rated a small man or a small woman. If you solve average problems, you will make average money and you'll be placed in the average class. And you are rated an average man or an average woman. If you solve big problems, you will earn big money and you'll be rated as a big man or a big woman. It's just like this. The medical practitioners, if you're going to be successful in the practice, what basically do the medical practitioners do? What do they do? They solve health problems, isn't it? Yes. Legal practitioners, what do they do? They solve legal problems. Mechanics, what do? They solve mechanical problems, isn't it? Yes. And that is how life is wired. The amount of money you are capable of making or you would make is a function of problem solving. So Superlife is a platform that gives everybody equal opportunity to make money, but much more than that. Not just to make money, but to live healthy enough to enjoy the money. Wow. If you listen carefully, I said it gives everyone what kind of opportunity? Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity. So now it depends on how you choose to do it. The amount of problems that you have decided to solve. And there is no way you can solve problems now. After giving everyone this equal opportunity, now Superlife has a substance or a group of substance or products so that the problems that you say you want to solve will not be questionable. Do you get that? Yes. Mechanics have their tools, right? Yes. Now, medical doctors and pharmacists, they have their tools, they have their products, right? Yes. The legal practitioners, they have, their tools, materials that they work with, right? Yes. Now, on this platform is a business platform that provides everyone, practical materials and products so that the problems that you say you want to solve will not be questionable. Nobody will ever want you to solve problems for them if they do not trust you. Am I right? If they do not trust you, nobody will want you to solve a problem for them. I could remember there was a particular time when I was hospitalized and a surgeon was called to conduct an operation on me. The first approach of the surgeon was a no-no for me. The way he came in, the way he addressed me, I was turned off. But someone who said that you're sick, you need this man. I was turned off. And I called for the attention of the chief medical director. And I said, if this man is going to be the one that will put the knife on me, I take an exception to that. He's not going to carry out any operation on me. They said, but he's the only surgeon in this hospital right now that can do this. And I said, I would rather not go through the operation. Till today, I didn't do the operation anyways. Thank you very much. Now, listen to this. Listen. When he came, I said his approach was totally terrible. His approach was very, very bad. I know one of our directors here that will always hammer on me then, including his wife, my sister, that you just have to cultivate the attitude of taking Superlife products. Take this thing every day. You cannot talk Superlife without taking Superlife. If you talk it, take it. Wow. If you talk, you do what? Take it. Have an experience of what you want people to have an experience of. Make it practical. Alright, now concerning that surgeon, his approach was wrong, his attitude was wrong, and I said a no to him. Now where I'm going to is this. Listen, before people will allow you to solve problems for them, they must trust you. Because first of all, people must buy into your person before they buy into your product. Did you get that? Yeah. Most of the time, people buy into something not because they have good knowledge of it, but because they have good knowledge of you. And because your approach was good, they trust you enough to solve the problem for them. And that's the reason why they decided to buy. So people first of all buy into what? Your person before they buy into what? Your product. So how you package yourself in the marketplace will determine how people will be interested in you. Because take note, they first of all buy into you, your person, before they buy into your product. And if that is the case, thank you. If that is the case, you in person need to have an understanding of the product that you want to use to solve a problem so that you can make money. Did you get that? Remember, money making is a function of problem solving. And Superlife is a platform that has been set up to enable people to make as much money as they want to make in life. My director, ma'am, can somebody be a multi-millionaire in Superlife? Can someone earn millions in dollars in Superlife? Yes. My director, ma'am, can someone make $1 million every month in Superlife? Yes. Sir, can someone become a billionaire in Superlife? Yes. Sure. It's 1,000,000% possible. Now, Superlife has created the opportunity and is saying, come and make as much money as your faith can carry. Did you get that? Yeah. And Superlife is saying that so that our money-making process will not be distrusted, will not be faulted, will not be held with a grain of salt. We have something that you can trace the money-making to, and that is our products. And because making money is a function of problem solving, we now have products that can solve problems. How many of you know that about 8 out of every 10 persons you see anywhere around you has 1 or 2 problems, health related? How many of you know that? Most especially in Nigeria, where people don't take their health conditions and situations serious until they get totally broken down, nearly beyond repair. So Superlife is saying that we're not just giving you the opportunity to make money. We know that money making is a product of problem solving. So we now have created products that can solve problems, so it enables you to make money. Because you cannot make the money, thank you ma'am, without solving problems. And for you to solve problems, you need a solution or bundles of solution. These are bundles of solution. Problem solving solutions. This is what we have here. So Superlife is now thinking, since money making is a function of problem solving, let us package things that can solve problems. If we have things that can solve problems, then we have empowered as many people as possible to make money. And what are those materials to solve the problems? There are these products that we have here on the table. Now listen. If these materials are our tools for making as much money as we possibly can capture on our minds in the Superlife business platform, then you must understand the product. Did you get that? Yes. Take for an example a medical doctor that does not know the function of a stethoscope. That medical doctor will not be solving problems as much as creating problems. Am I right? Yes. Take for example a legal practitioner, a lawyer that do not have an understanding of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That lawyer will be causing more problems than the problems that he or she is solving. Am I right? Yes. Will be causing problems than solving problems. Do you understand that? Yes. And the same goes. If Superlife is a business platform that gives you opportunity to become billionaires, and knowing that money making is a product of problem solving, then Superlife has products that will help to solve problems so that we can raise billionaires. Then listen to this. You need to understand the products so that you will not be like a medical doctor that do not understand his tools, or a lawyer that will not have an understanding of legal methods or the national constitution. Do you understand? And that is absolutely the reason why we had such an erudite speaker to come and break down the content and of all of these products. Because when you understand these products, when you get to the marketplace, you don't talk apologetically. You talk authoritatively. You talk authoritatively. unapologetically. You tell anybody without apology. The earlier you get this thing, the better for you. And you will so regret it if you don't get to buy this product today. And tell the person that as I'm talking to you, I do not have enough time. I am actually leaving because there are so many people calling me for the same product. And the person will tell you, no. Someone cannot play with you. I was just playing, that's why I was asking questions. And instead of the person to ask for one, the person will say, give me two. The reason was because your approach was authoritative. You are not begging. You are solving problems. Are you getting it? And the only way you can be authoritative in what you are doing, it is when you have adequate knowledge and information. And that is the reason why, whenever there is an opportunity to learn about the product, like about the tool for your work, you need to settle down and learn it very well. Because it makes you to become authoritative in the marketplace. Do you understand? So, I want to once again appreciate, the doctor that does the justice this morning. And quickly, I want to tell you about something. Maybe you just quickly note it in your tablets. We all have heard of the law of the law of gravity, isn't it? We've heard of the law of aerodynamics, isn't it? These are strong principles that work anywhere in the world. The law of dynamics says that gravity says that whatever you throw up must come down, isn't it? Alright, in economics, we have all heard of the law of diminishing returns, isn't it? That at some point something might just be doing so well. It goes up, and after a while, it gets to a particular point where it begins to decline. Do you get that? We all know of these laws, isn't it? Alright, now, most of the times in the business climate in Nigeria, a lot of organizations, once they get started and they begin to do well, people will begin to track them on the hedonic scale of the law of gravity and diminishing returns in economics. In the law of gravity, it says that don't worry, just watch them as they are going up, very soon they will come down. Some are saying, we say that just give them 3 years. Some will say, don't worry, the law of diminishing returns, they will do very well. The first people will do well, and after a while, you see them to begin to die. That's the law of diminishing returns. Now, let me tell you of one other law and principle. It is the dynamics of revalidation. Did you get that? The dynamics of what? Revalidation. Can we take it again? The dynamics of revalidation. Now, I want everyone to stand up and say it with power. Everybody stand up, everybody stand up. Now, say it like someone that is taking Superlife product. If I say 1 to go, then repeat it. Remember what we are saying is the dynamics of revalidation. Now, 1 to go. The dynamics of revalidation. 1 to go. The dynamics of revalidation. Now sit down. Now, the reason why I want to tell you briefly, a few minutes, about the dynamics of revalidation is because that is the principle upon which Superlife is working. Did you get that? Yes. It's the principle upon which Superlife is working. It is a principle that is opposed to, directly opposite to the principle of the diminishing returns and the law of gravity. Now, in the principle of revalidation, how it works is that something that grows and is doing well will continue to do well. Another word for it is to be evergreen. How many of you have heard of that word? Evergreen. Evergreen means that in season and out of season, that thing is doing well. And that is exactly what Superlife represents. Now, at some point, one or two persons may have gossiped and say that Superlife is gone into extinction or is not working. is because they do not understand the principles on which Superlife is founded. It is not working with the law of gravity. It is not working with the law of diminishing returns. Superlife, at the point, a particular peak that shook the whole of Nigeria, and everybody, anywhere you go to, even in chemists, in pharmacies, in hospitals, when certain health condition has broken all therapeutic measure, the next thing they will say is use STC 30. When you Google anything about stem cell, the first thing you see, the first name is what? Superlife, STC 30. Now, having gone to that particular crescendo, some persons are now thinking that, there will be a sort of decline, but there is a revolution that is taking place at that particular height, and the principle of revalidation begin to take its course, because Superlife is coming out in a new dimension, a glory that no one has seen before, something that ears have not heard of, that eyes have not seen, that heart has not imagined. Is a revolution that is about to take place in Superlife. And not just that it's about to take place, it has already started. I listened carefully when our able director was talking yesterday, and she broke the backbone of a particular problem, the problem of internal competition. When she was talking about nothing like Team Fusion, nothing like Team Nigeria, this is Team Superlife. It is Superlife. And she was speaking from one of the most finest 21st century, dynamics. And it is a dynamics of collaboration. There is something that is bigger than competition, stronger than competition, more powerful than competition, that breaks competition. It is competition itself in a higher dimension, and it is called collaboration. It is one of the strongest C's of the 21st century. Collaboration means that we stand stronger when we stand together. Collaboration says that you are not my competition. My competition is a market share. There is so much people that do not know about Superlife in my neighborhood. That situation is what I should be competing with. Maybe 8 out of every 10 people in my neighborhood don't know about Superlife. I should be competing with that situation, that by tomorrow, at least it should reduce from 8 to 7. Next week, it should reduce from 7 to 6. That is every day I should be able to conquer new territory. Not every day I should look at Engineer Innocent suits and I'll begin to say, and start feeling bad. Not that, my daddy here has changed rank 3 times within a short period of time, and you begin to say, I will beat him in this race. No, what you should beat is not your compatriot. What you should beat is the situation in the market. What you should rather do is collaborate. When we collaborate together, we will do better in the marketplace. The dynamics of revalidation is saying that when we begin to shine, of the increase of our illumination, there is no end. We just keep shining. We keep shining. We keep shining. And that is what Superlife represents. On a final note, as I draw the bottom lines and tie up the nuptial knot, every one of you know of the man called Michael Jordan. Or some of us know who they call Michael Jordan. When you think of basketball, what name comes to mind? Michael Jordan. When you think of football, what name comes to mind? Let's not start. Messi and C. Ronaldo. There will be a fight here. As it will pick between one of them, this faction will say Messi, another one will say C. Ronaldo. Now, Michael Jordan is a name synonymous to basketball. The man won so much trophies. So much trophies. And after a point, he retired and he stepped aside. Listen, I'm tying it up right now. He stepped aside. And after he stepped aside, new champions came into the scene. And these champions, they were doing so marvelously well. And after a while, Michael Jordan felt like going back to the basketball tournament. And a lot of people came to beg him. They said, "Sir, you have done so well. These people see you as a role model. Don't come back. These people will rubbish you. They are smarter. They are in a newer generation. They are faster. Don't get back, please, sir." And Michael Jordan said, "No, I want to get back. I want to do what I did before. I want to do it again." They said, you will lose all your records in no time. They said, "I will get back. Just wait for me." And after making mention of that, do you know what Michael Jordan did? Michael Jordan went back to the training school. He went back. He went back to practice. Listen, I'm saying this, you know, as a kind of tip for every one of us in this new season that Superlife has just entered. Michael Jordan went to the training room, he went to the training school, he went back to start practicing. Listen, he practiced 18 hours in a day for 365 days. How many hours a day? 18 hours in a day. He was rehearsing, sharpening his old skills. Those things that he used to do, he looked at them the way he did it then. Now he looked at what the new people are doing. Then he now thought about it. How can I do better than what I did before and better than this new school are doing? He studied everything, the marketplace. He studied everything so carefully. And he practiced 18 hours per day for 365 days. That is for 1 year. And after that, Michael Jordan announced his entry into, the pitch. Listen, when he came back, in his first appearance, his performance beat all the champions that existed after him. The incumbent champion, he beat every one of them. The defending champion, he beat every one of them. He set a new record that it was difficult for anybody to break. And he's kept aside again. Now listen, what I'm trying to say is this, that Superlife is back in a new dynamics. Back. The only thing that you need to begin to do right now is think of how you did it before, do it better. Think of all the leaders, the things that they have done, the things that they have taught in the past, and look at their records. Use them as a challenge and begin to work to see how you can be a good protege of those leaders and make them proud by breaking the records that were set before. If you mounted a rank in a particular month, within maybe 6 months, you should say to yourself, I want to do it now in 3 months. If I did it then in 6 months, now I can do it in 3 months. Go back, sharpen your tools. Go back, pick all your materials. Go back, all the things you have learned, all the slides, all the training materials, everything, marketing books you read in the past. Gather everything. Get into a room. Begin to digest all of these things. And afterwards, in another 2-3 weeks, you can step out and say, the lion is here. The lion is here. The lion is here. The lion is here. Until the sun rises, you can be evergreen. Evergreen. Like a evergreen before the season.
up. Wow, wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, for. We are charged now. We are ready to do better than before. I know, because we are working spiritually. And the Bible says the glory of latter day is surpass the former. I'm telling you. Let me give you a secret of what is going to happen. You know, before in Superlife, we have not activated the level bonus. I saw the slide they sent from Malaysia about the level bonus. It blew me away. I don't know how to, I want to ask questions. Maybe I will ask the chairman. Because I was seeing $1 million that people can earn up to $1 million. Wow. In level bonus alone, not all the in level bonus, because you can earn up to 61% in level bonus. What I say, 61 what? I'm telling you, it's mind blowing. So please, that means we can do better than before. A round of applause for Superlife again. So let me quickly bring Mama Africa to the podium. They have a special announcement for us. A round of applause for her.
Everybody off. When he was going to come, I didn't even know about him. I don't know your name. What's your name? I say Obi. Wow. Obi. Fantastic. The young man's name is Isaac Obi. You are in trouble. Because wherever we need you, we will call for you. Thank God we are now Superlife Nigeria. We are not confusion. Yesterday we started by saying we are sorry for all our mistakes. I use the type of wisdom because we don't want to start digging out all those old problems. We want to move forward. And so I apologize on behalf of every Superlife member, all of you and all the directors. Today again, I still maintain the apology. Please, where we made mistakes in the past, please, let's forgive each other and let us move on to a better and a newer time. I have fantastic good news for us. Woo! News that will blow everybody up. Yes. Yesterday we said to those of you that we are there that we now have our eyes, our ears, and our mouths in Malaysia, right? Yes. And we have our presence in Malaysia, okay? Yes. And we also have in Nigeria. That is a new dawn totally. Because protocols were broken, traditions were broken, and everything was crashed to give us an MD and a chairman in Nigeria, all the way from Malaysia. Mr. Chairman and MD, we appreciate all our directors. We already know the directors already. I don't need to waste so much time on it. Go to your platform now, Superlife platform. Anybody who is here, check at the WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp, if you are you people all in the WhatsApp group with us? Yes. Okay, what can you see there about our wallet and our maintenance? What can you see there? Sorry? Branded. The Nigerian leaders group, Nigerian Superlife leaders group. Yeah, we have. Anyway, anybody there? Yes. There is a memo from the head office right now. Is there anybody there? Yes. Okay, I want somebody to read that memo for us. About maintenance.
Please inform us to operate our members' and now user experience. Starting from 7th of February 2023, the following charges will effective in the back of it. 1. Replacement of maintenance more with repurchase more. 2. Maintenance more with repurchase is replaced by repurchase more. This is to allow the flexibility of members to purchase more keep the account active. Unlimited repurchases are allowed. All PP, that's every point to be accumulated via the unbelievable structure and bonus. Why being paid according to the unilevel payout plan. Kindly take note that minimum purchases of 25 are wallets per month.
Okay. Minimum, how many? 25. How many? 25. How much did they tell us yesterday? 25. How much were we doing? 90, 60, 30. The other part, am I correct? Yes. Is life super? Now it is 25 hour wallet only. Superlife! Are we super happy over that? Yes. You see, when you have direct connections, things get better. When one of our directors was talking yesterday, Mrs. Akobi, she talked about how she was able to make a contact with an emir and everything worked out. We don't want to go into that long story today, but yesterday you saw that connection was what was used to bring back Superlife as Superlife and not Superworld. So let's give our MDs a clap. Let's clap for our MDs. I'm only taking announcements. If you want to go to Malaysia, I want to see your hand up. Honestly, if you want to go, because we've been talking, it seems like people are not hearing. If you know you are here, you are preparing for the Malaysian trip. Let me see your hand up. How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1,800,000, whatever the cost of your ticket is, correct? From your pocket. You are not expecting that money will be given to you from the company, from your GP. But $500 will be given as incentive to help in your ticket. Papa! We need to jump up and clap and be excited and be happy. Also, for tickets, or 800,000 to pay immediately for tickets. Maybe we have 50,000 today. Please excuse me. Maybe we have 50,000 today, maybe 20,000, maybe 100,000, maybe 500,000. We have an arrangement with a travel agency where you can start paying little by little. Your ticket will be issued if any of the directors guarantees you. Your ticket will be issued. And then you can start paying little by little. Before the 15th, that you will be departing from here, you would have completed your payment. If on the other hand you are not able to complete your payment, then you are going to lose some money, definitely. So it's better you make up your mind, because the travel agencies, the airlines will take a certain percentage that is internationally acceptable. That's what they do. So if you are 100% sure of yourself, you can meet any of the directors that can guarantee you, and we can tell our travel agency to issue you a ticket, because you need a ticket even before you go to the embassy. We are going to begin a Zoom meeting, and that Zoom meeting is going to be Superlife Nigeria. We will announce the date, and maybe once every week we have that meeting. We now have a WhatsApp platform for Superlife Nigeria. Please, if you are not in that platform yet, please do everything to get into that platform. Every member of Superlife should join the group, because we must be passing information. The same information we keep passing it and passing it and passing it and passing it, and people are actually never getting it. But if we are all on the same platform, it becomes easier for us. Information is power. Let's get the information. Another very interesting announcement here. All those that were to go to Switzerland and couldn't make the trip, again, our MD has spoken on our behalf. All the money that was deducted from people's